Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to respond to a number of the points made by Senator Grassley, whose views I greatly respect. First, on the workload of the court, there are many measures of the workload of a court. I know we have discussed this issue before, but the statistics on numbers of cases are not the sole or even the most significant measure or metric in many instances. And all of us know, especially those of us who have tried cases, a single case can last a year or more in the trial time it takes, and its significance to the law and in practical import can outmeasure and outweigh tens, if not hundreds, of other cases. So I think we can go back and forth on the workload of the court, but I think there is a compelling case to be made that this court needs these judgeships to be filled. I want to respond very directly to some of the points that Senator Grassley's made about Cornelia Pillard. And let me just begin by saying I've argued in front of a lot of judges. I know my colleagues have as well. This person on the merits is extraordinary. And I would be proud to have her adjudicate any case of mine, whether she sides with me or against me, because I know she's going to bring the most professionally qualified and expert view of the law, of fairness, and of the merits, and that she will adhere to the law. This principle is the bedrock of what we do on this committee. Will a prospective judge adhere to the law that's given to him or her by the United States Supreme Court? On the issue of abortion, her views are indistinguishable from those of the United States Supreme Court. But the more important point is that again and again and again, in her writings and her testimony before this court, she has repeatedly articulated a very profound and deep commitment to following the principles and precedents of the United States Supreme Court. In terms of her experience, you know, there's a reason that the American Bar Association gave her its highest rating. She's argued at the top of her profession in the government, in the Solicitor General's office, where, again, she argued before the United States Supreme Court, winning some very tough cases. She's argued as a member of the private bar for public interest groups, the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. She's been a professor leading the Institute on Supreme Court Practice at Georgetown. I don't know of anyone more qualified for this position than Cornelia Pillard. And I really want to just emphasize that, as with any nominee, there are a lot of views that she has articulated over the years. We have confirmed in this committee, and the Senate has confirmed, people who have denounced cases and rulings of the Supreme Court and then been confirmed to follow those precedents. And I think that's what we're doing here. She is supported by 21 former Office of Legal Counsel attorneys, 25 former prosecutors, 30 retired members of the armed forces, various other very distinguished members of the bar, former officials of Republican as well as Democratic administration, and I think she will bring to the D.C. Circuit the same energy and distinction, attention to detail, and adherence to precedent that she has articulated throughout her career, and I urge my colleagues to support her.